Hello, you're coming into year-end business planning. Welcome. If you want to say who you are, we're going to use Q&A today. Just pop something into Q&A and say hello. We're going to have a big group today. So this is year-end business planning and Q4 strong, and get ready for 2023. Hi, Marie from the Bronx.
I'll also pop in here. And so as you guys are getting ready, you're going to need paper and pencil. So grab something to write with. This is an interactive workshop. And while we're getting things rolling here, just grab a pad of paper and a pen or pencil. You're going to need it.
Yeah. Let us know where you're calling in from. We're using Q&A today, not the chat. Make sure you have paper and pencil. This is year-end business planning, and we're going to do it today.
Awesome. Hi, Laura. Hi, Elisa. Hi, Marie.
Hello, all. Hi, Sharice. Sharice is from Westchester. Elise from Yorktown Heights. Welcome, everybody. This is year-end business planning. We're using Q&A today, not the chat. So drop into Q&A. Let us know who you are, where you're coming from.
And then Rose, just let me know when you're ready for the next slide. For those of you who are just joining us, if you didn't hear, grab pen and paper. You're gonna need something to write with today, because we'll actually be doing this plan right on the call.
Yep.
All right. And then Rose, just tell me when you need the next slide.
Okay. Well, we've got 36 people on the call. We've got Margarita and Ariane and Tal and Salvatore. You're at year-end business planning and Q4 strong, and get ready for 2023. And we are going to start now. So welcome to the call. So this is being presented by the SCORE Hudson Valley in Greater New York. So it includes Queens, Staten Island, Long Island, and the 5 chapters in the Hudson Valley. So SCORE, actually, we serve small businesses, and we provide our business communities with confidential business mentoring, webinars and workshops. And there's an extensive online educational resource at score.org. And we work with startups and established businesses, either one. We have many, like hundreds of volunteers across the country, and even hundreds here in these chapters here. And they have a wide range of industry experience and areas of expertise. So whatever you've got, we could probably help you with it. Next slide. So here are the contact information for the various chapters that are presenting this webinar today. And you can contact them at any time. You will get this information. You will be getting the slides and the recording of this webinar. Next slide. So how it's going to work today is everybody is going to be muted during the presentation. And as we go along, please submit your questions. Jennifer will try to answer some of them as we go along. And then we'll have some time at the end for Q&A, but submit them in the Q&A, not the chat. Okay. And at the end, we'll be answering as many questions as possible. Next slide. So today's webinar. In this webinar, you will walk away with a simple, powerful plan and to work with that has clarity and focus. You'll have a simple system to prioritize and avoid being overwhelmed and burned out. We don't want that. Plus, you'll have the #1 mindset hack to take your business to the next level. Next slide. So our presenter today is Jennifer Dawn. Now, Jennifer is a business lady. She coaches business owners, and she's grown her business to 7 figures and beyond without sacrificing that personal life. She's the creator of Best Planner Ever, author of The Joy Guide, Finding Your Joy in a World of Crap, and founder of Jennifer Dawn Coaching and Consulting. Jennifer is a Profit First certified coach and host of the Happy Productive podcast. I love these words. She began her entrepreneurial career at age 8, selling apples off her grandfather's tree because a lemonade stand was just so yesterday. So here's Jennifer.
Thank you so much, you guys. I'm super excited to be here with you today. As Rose mentioned, we're going to talk about some year-end planning for Q4 and also how to make 2023 a big, big success. As Rose mentioned, my name is Jennifer Dawn. I'm the founder of Jennifer Dawn Coaching and Consulting. I'm a business coach. We also have a marketing agency that we started to support our business coaching clients. I'm the founder of the Best Planner Ever, which is a paper planner, the host of Happy Productive. I'm also a wife, a mother, a sister. Obviously, I love to ride horses. That's my horse hockey. And if you want to find out more information, you can always visit me on my website, which is jenniferdawncoaching.com. Now, we have a lot to do today, you guys, and so I want to get the most of our time. So buckle up. We're going to dive in. Now, I tend not to teach workshops where we all just sit around and listen. I like to teach workshops that are interactive. You're a business owner. I know that your time is precious. My time is precious. And I want you to get the very, very most from our time together today. So definitely grab paper or notepad and a pen, because we're going to be working during most of this workshop, because my goal is that you're going to walk away from this class literally with a plan in your hot little hands. And you're also going to know what to do so that you can go back and you can repeat this process every 90 days or however, whatever frequency that you want to repeat it on. So it is being recorded. You will get a link to the recording and the slides after. And because we have an hour for our presentation today, I will have to go a little bit quickly through the sections. You'll have time to do some of this work, but you may want to come back and absolutely watch this recording if you need time on different sections. So the absolute key to getting breakthrough results in your business to end this year strong, to have an awesome 2023 are 3 pieces: vision, mindset, and action. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Vision is the ability to see it. And when I talk about seeing it, I mean literally like visualizing it in your head. You almost like watching a movie, right? You can see the images of you being successful, living that life that you want to live, having the clients come into your business, whatever that is for you. It's that visualization and that clarity on where you want to go. And when we talk about where you want to go, it can be in the next 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, because what you do today is going to absolutely have a factor on where you're going to be in the future. Mindset, this is our thinking, this is our emotions, getting our thinking and our emotions in alignment with our vision so that those two are working together. We can't have a beautiful picture of, this great successful business and then be thinking stuff, which is like, I can't do it, I'm not good enough, I'm a failure, whatever. All that mind junk is Those two are not going to go together. So we really need to make sure we have the vision, we see it, but we also are lining up our mindset and thinking the right thoughts and feeling the right emotions so that we can actually create it and bring it into reality. And we do that through our action. And those three all go together. And if you're missing one piece, you're not going to be able to see the results that you absolutely want to see in your business and in your life. All right, so part one, vision, we start here because it's really important to know, where do we want to end up? And often as business owners, we're busy, we're pulled in all these different directions every day, and we don't slow down and we don't take the time to really get clear on, well, where do I want to be in a year, in 3 years, in 5 years? And so today we're actually going to do some of that work together. So that's why I said, make sure you have something to write with. But so often people can spend weeks, months, years, lifetimes trying to figure this stuff out. And, we just have to slow down long enough to take a little time to do this work. One of the things I want you to remember is that you can always change it. And the reason I say that is that sometimes when people work on visioning or figuring out where they want to be in the future, there are so many possibilities that it can be really confusing to be like, oh my gosh, I have to just pick one. Or you get worried about but what if later on down the road, I want something different? It's all okay. What I want to encourage you today is just pick something, pick a direction and go for it. And know that as you grow or circumstances change or new information presents itself, you can always pivot. You can always change it. And that's why this is such a great exercise to do every 90 days, because things will change and that is okay. So I want you to know you have permission to change it down the road. But for today, I'm going to really encourage you to just pick something, pick a place to start with your vision. All right, so we're going to get started. And the way that we're going to start is with the negative and or our current reality. And you guys just bear with me. We're not going to stay in the negative for very long, but what we are going to do is we're going to use the negative to our advantage. And here's what I mean by that. So often it's really, really easy for us to know what we don't like, what we don't want, even when sometimes it can be tough to choose what we do because the possibilities are endless and there's so many places that we can go with this. So we're going to actually use an exercise today to look at our current reality. You get to be negative, but only for a little while. You get to be negative, but we're going to use that to our advantage to figure out what we don't like. Because when we know what we don't want, it becomes much easier to figure out what we do. All right, so grab 3 sheets of paper. And what you're going to do on these sheets of paper is you're going to divide each sheet, turn it landscaped, and we're going to divide it into 6 columns. And depending on how big you write or how much you write, you might need some more paper, and that's fine, but we're just going to start with 3 sheets of paper, turn it landscape, and we're going to divide it into 6 columns. And we're going to start with column number 1. And in column number 1, we are going to create a score. And then we're going to find out why that score is. And just bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to give you an example so that everybody understands. So the first category we're going to talk about is your business. And you're going to rate your business on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being it exceeds your wildest expectations, and 1 being it couldn't be any worse. It couldn't be more horrible, okay? And so you're just going to give yourself a score on where you feel like your business is right now. And then in column 1, you're going to list the why. Why is that score less than 10 if your score is less than 10? And it's okay to be negative. Just tap that part. What are the things that you don't like, which aren't happening, that you're not happy about? And you're going to put that in column number 1. Now, before we get started, take a big deep breath. And I want you to let go of any judgment. This is not about judgment. This is about clarity. So no beating yourself up. This is only for your eyes. This is for you, your growth, your personal growth. This is just for you. And I want you to really be honest with yourself. Be honest. The first person that we lie to is usually ourselves. And so in this exercise, just be completely honest. Have an open heart and open mind. This is really the first step in making big changes, is to be honest and take ownership of where we are right now. Because when we take ownership, then we can actually do something to change it. Remember, if you need more time with the exercise, you can always come back and watch the recording. All right, so page number 1 at the top, you're going to write your business. And again, the 6 columns, we're going to focus on column number 1. You're just going to put a score. What number comes to your mind instantly on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst? What number just comes to your mind? Okay, no judgment, just write it down. And then what I want you to do is ask yourself, well, why? Why did I give myself this score? If it's less than 10, why is it less than 10? It's okay to be unhappy, that's fine, but just write down the whys. And this is your short opportunity to actually complain about where you are in business. And so here's an example. So if let's say for my business, I said, all right, my business is a 6. Well, why is it a 6? Well, because I'm putting out fires all day. I work too many hours. I don't pay myself enough. I have to babysit my team. I have too many emails to answer every day. I still do too much myself. I need more clients. I'm in the red. I'm not making enough money. All right. And we're not going to focus on fixing it yet. So go, start writing. What I want you to do right now is just give yourself the score. If it's less than 10, why? And just start writing that down, and I'm going to give you guys a little time. As we go through, if you have questions, pop them into the Q&A. I will do my very best to answer as we go through the webinar today. Right, score your business, everything that's happening of why it's less than a 10, if it's less than a 10.
Jennifer, Laura wants to know how to rate a brand new business.
Ooh, again, tap your intuition. Sorry, I missed that. Thank you, Rose. Tap your intuition. If it's a brand new business, it's probably not going to be a 10. It's probably going to be a little lower on the scale. And so let's say your brand new business is a 2 or a 3. And why is it a 2 or a 3? Well, I don't have clients yet, or I don't have revenues, or I don't know how to market, or whatever that is. So just exact same exercise, scale of 1 to 10. Where is it at right now? Again, no judgment. And why is it that lower score? Your answers might just be a little bit different than an existing business owner who maybe is just like drinking from the fire hose all day. It might be the opposite for you of like, I have my new business, but things aren't hopping. We don't have sales. We don't have orders. And that would be your reasons why. You're welcome, Laura. Okay, so I'm going to give you about 30 more seconds. Just keep writing. Again, no judgment. Just brainstorm all the reasons why. What upsets you? What don't you like? Why is that score less than a 10? Okay, then we're going to go to page number 2. Same drill, 6 columns, except at the top of this page, you're going to write money. And we're going to do this exercise for your money. On a scale of 1 to 10, just first number that pops into your head, where's your money at? And why did you give it that score? And think about money in the sense of, if you spend time worrying about money, if you find yourself saying, I can't afford that, if in your business you're in a lot of debt, if you find that in your business you're check to check, you don't have enough clients, your clients don't pay you enough, like anything money related is fair game here. So give it a score and a why. So Jenny, if you feel that all of that is happening, that is your answer. So I like to give people examples. So if you're not sure, I give you some examples so it gets those creative juices flowing. And if all of those is your answer, write them all down. It is okay to write it all down. How can I get clients? So when you're rating your business, if you don't have enough clients and you rate your business a score of less than 10, then why is it less than 10? It's because I don't have enough clients. And so just write that down in your column number 1. Right now, this is just kind of a brain dump. I'd rather have more information here, more answers than less. I promise at the end of the webinar, we're going to drill it down. So you're not going to try to fix all this stuff at once. But right now, it's just brainstorming, getting it out of your head so that we can make the best project plan for you possible. All right, and page 3 is going to be your body and or your health. And the reason I like to include this in this exercise is that we have to take care of our physical fitness, our health, so that we have the vitality and the energy to show up in our businesses and create beautiful things and support our clients and do really good work in this world. And if we are sick and unhealthy, it's very, very difficult to do that. So on page 3, again, at the top, we're just going to write body and health in column number 1. Give yourself a score of 1 to 10. No judgment. Write down why you have that score. For the moment, it's okay to complain and be bitter, whatever, okay? Let's just be perfectly honest about why we have that score. All right, I'll give everybody a minute or so to work on the body and health page. Okay. Now, this is what I mean by if you need more time, you can always come back and rewatch the recording. The other thing is that there are other areas of your life. There might be your time management. There could be your relationships. There could be your, your give back. There are other areas of your life we're not going to focus on today because we just don't have the time, but I want to teach you how to do this exercise. So if you want to also go through this process for other areas of your life, you can absolutely do that. So just know that you can, but today we're going to focus on your business, your money, and your body and your health. Okay. So now we've gotten our scores and we've made a list on our sheets of paper of everything we don't like about our business, our money, and our health. So I want you to just take a minute and just shake it off, okay? Shake off all that negative stuff. But the good part of that is that now we actually have a clear written list of what we don't like about our life and our business. And this helps to give us a clear roadmap of what needs to change, where we need to focus our energy so that we can make those scores or shoot for scores that are going to be all 10s in business and life. So here's what we want to do next. Take a big, deep breath. And what we're going to do is close our eyes and we're going to go into the future a year from now. And I would say even a little bit further, go to the end of next year, the end of 2023. It's December 31st. We're sitting there at the end of the year. Take a big deep breath and close your eyes. And now in column 2, you're going to write what needs to happen so that at the end of next year, your score is a 10. Now, if you had a 10, that's fine. What could you do to expand it to be even better? So that's going to be your column 2. So for example, in our original example of our business right now, scored a 6. To make the business a 10, I might say, all right, this time next year, I want rock solid processes in place. I want my team better trained. I want my team trained so good they do the job better than me. I'm paying myself well and often. We have all these clients, we get orders, we get signups, whatever that is for your type of business. I'm only working 3 days a week. I can't wait to meet with my accountant because we have amazing profits. I love sitting down and working in my business with ease, flow, and joy every day, whatever it is for you. These are just examples. You can copy this if you want, or use anything that you want here to get you going. But in column number 2, now for your business, write down what needs to change to make that score a 10. Go. I'm going to put a minute on the clock. Okay, and then you can go to page 2 and do the same exercise for your money. And then you're going to do page 3 for your body and your health. And I'm going to put a couple minutes on the clock. If you have questions, make sure and pop them in the Q&A. This is really good work you guys are doing right now. So I just want to say good job. Get in there and let's do this work together. So in your money, column 2, what needs to change to make your money a 10? Body and health in column number 2, what needs to change to make those scores 10s? Just write it down. When you're doing your 10 scores, just dream big. Don't worry about the how. Right now, this is just about getting clarity on really where you want to be. Okay, so we'll go for about 30 more seconds. So just get your 10s into column number 2. Okay. Congratulations, you actually just created a vision statement, because if you now take your 3 sheets and you string all your 10 answers together and you put those in a separate sheet of paper, which you can do at another time, just take your 10 answers, string them together. That is actually a vision statement. That's what's in your heart. That's what you really want your life and your business to be. And you created a vision statement. Congratulations. Like, it can really and truly be that simple of just getting really clear on where you want to be if your scores were all 10s. Okay, so your homework for later is you can take all those 10s, and if you want to write them on a separate sheet of paper, I love to have mine written down. I keep it on my computer. I read it every day, and it just helps me align with the outcome, with the future where I want to go so that every day I can intentionally take steps to get me there. Okay. So now once you have your 10 answers, the next step is to decide to make it happen. And when I say you want to decide, I mean, it's an intentional choice that you make to go after the life and the business that you want. And I'm going to really encourage you to decide. Decide that you are going to be in a different place this time next year. Decide that you're going to take ownership of these scores, of the things that you want to change, and actually change them. Decide that you're going to tap into your personal power, which is there and you absolutely have. You can create anything that you want to create. Decide that you're going to stop worrying about what other people think about you, because it really doesn't matter. And truthfully, most people are thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about you. So don't even worry about what they're thinking about when it comes to you. Decide that you can stop being mediocre and you can stop settling for less than what you truly want and you truly deserve in this life. Decide that you can have everything that you want to have if you are willing to do the work to accomplish it, and don't back down. Now, once you're in that mindset of I've decided and you've started to tap your power, the next thing that we have to look at is our thinking, because the thoughts that you think will determine the results that you get. And the way that this process works is that, and I know you've all experienced this, you think a thought, right? Or you see something and it causes you to think a thought. That thought will then drive a feeling or an emotion. For example, if you say to yourself, I suck, right? It makes you feel bad. If you say to yourself, I am awesome, I am a winner, right? It makes you feel confident. It makes you feel good. So you think the thought, it drives a feeling or an emotion. That feeling is going to drive an action. For example, I'm so gross, I'm so unhealthy, I'm so overweight, I'm so whatever. Makes us feel shamed, makes us feel bad about ourselves. And so the action might be, I'm going to skip my workout because I feel really bad. I'm going to sit and I'm going to binge watch Netflix. I'm going to eat whatever I'm not supposed to eat, whatever that is, right? And so we take that action, and then from that action, we get a result. And so that result is, hey, we get less healthy, we get, more unhealthy or whatever that might be, because that's the action we took. Versus, I'm super awesome, I've got this, I'm strong, I'm powerful. That makes me feel confident. It makes me feel empowered. So the action I take is, I'm never skipping my workout. I'm going to show up. I'm going to eat healthy foods. And what's the result from that is going to be a healthier body. Guess what? It works the same in our business. If the thoughts are, I can never find enough time, I'm terrible with money, I hate my marketing, my people are all babies and I have to babysit them, I'm never going to get this business off the ground, right? If we are thinking those junky thoughts, then those are going to trigger emotions, which are generally going to be on the lower end of the negative emotional scale. That is going to affect the action that we take, and that will drive the results that we're after. If you've ever heard of the concept of a self-fulfilling prophecy, it's often very, very true. But the good news is that we can actually use our thinking to our advantage. And that's what we're going to do in column number 3. Because if you think, I can't do it, I'm not good enough, I don't have enough time, it will become your reality. Because whatever happens on the inside of us, the outside, it will manifest on the outside. Things on the outside will line up based on what's going on the inside. So if we can start to pivot what's going on the inside, and we start to think good thoughts and get our mindset where it needs to be, that will eventually become your reality. Super powerful thing, and anybody and everybody can do this. You don't have to have some special skill or talent. You just need to make the decision that you are in fact going to focus and redirect your thinking and focus it in alignment with the beautiful vision, your 10 answers that you just created. All right, so in column number 3, the first place that we're going to go, and I want you to be completely honest, are there any junk thoughts that you have going on in that area? And in column number 3, you're going to write down that junky thinking. No judgment. Nobody's going to see this, but be honest with yourself. So you're going to go through each area and write it down now. So business first, I'm going to put a minute on the clock. Some junk thoughts that you might have around your business. I hate marketing. I'm not good at it. I'm terrible at managing people. I don't like processes. I'm so unorganized. You get the idea. Okay. So just be honest with yourself. Column number 3 for your business. What are some junk thoughts that you find yourself thinking around your business? Go. Okay. Next, you can go to your money. Any junk thoughts that you might have that come up around money? There's never enough. I can never get ahead. We always live check to check. I'm scared of my finances. I can't find a bookkeeper. I don't have the time. I'm a mess at money. Any of that kind of junky thinking that you find going on around your money, just be honest with yourself. Write down those junk thoughts. Okay, and then you could go to page number 3, your health or your body. Some junk thoughts might be, I hate myself. I don't like looking in the mirror. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I feel terrible. I hurt. My body is filled with pain. My body is gross, disgusting, whatever that looks like for you. These would all be junk thoughts. Just write down what those junk thoughts are. So now if we know that our thoughts lead us to our results, we just need to ask ourselves, well, what do I need to be thinking to get a better result? Because if we can think a better thought, that's going to drive a better action, a better feeling, and a better result. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go now into column 4, and we're going to write down what thought do I need to be thinking, or what thought do I choose to think to get the result that I'm after? Because you can focus your thoughts, you can reprogram your mindset. And this is part of how it works, is just to figure out right now, well, what thought do I need to be thinking? So when the junk thought pops in, we can just shred it, ignore it, don't worry about it, and we can focus our thinking and think the good thought. All right, so we're going to go back through for your business. If you had some junk thoughts, great. What are some power thoughts? What is a thought you need to think about this? I make my clients' lives easier. I'm really, really good at what I do. I can solve any problem. I love my business. And if you look at some of your junk thoughts, you can flip them. Sometimes all you have to do is change one word in the junk thought and it will transform it and make it a power thought. So instead of like, I don't like processes, I love processes. I love being organized. I love working from, a priority list, whatever that is. So let's go column number 4. What thoughts do we need to think to get the result that we're after? And guys, I'm going to shorten the time up just a little bit for each column because I don't want to run out of time today. So you're going to do the same thing with your money. What are the power thoughts? I'm an excellent money manager. I love money. Money loves me. I make the time to master my finances. I'm a money magnet. I'm unstoppable. Whatever works for you and your money, what are your power thoughts that you need to be thinking, that you need to have your mindset dialed into for your money? And then let's go through And what thoughts do we need to be thinking for our health and for our body? I make the time to nourish my body. I love food. Food loves me. Food is my friend. It feels good to move my body. I love having endless energy. Every cell of my body radiates perfect health. So just take a few seconds and write down, what are your thoughts on the health and body? Okay, congratulations. I know we're moving a little quick. Remember, you can come back and watch the recording and take time with it and pause and take as much time as you need. But now you have in column 2 a clear vision of what you want your life to be. And in column 4, you now know the thoughts and the mindset that you need to think to actually get you there. And what this now takes us to is part 3, which is action. You can visualize all day and you can think amazing thoughts. But if you don't take action, nothing happens. You can't bring it actually into our physical reality without action. And that's why inspired action is a key ingredient here. Now, sometimes if we're stuck in old patterns and old habits, we think it's inspired action that's lighting us up, but it's really just staying stuck in an old habit or an old pattern. So just don't be fooled by that stuff. Be aware of it. When you are changing for the better, it will be uncomfortable. And I want you to just go through that discomfort. So just pay attention. Up leveling will be uncomfortable. So if you're uncomfortable or your fear's popping up, it's like, great, you're probably doing it right because you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. And that's really where the growth will happen. So many people think that if it's, if it's too hard, I'm not going to do it. But doing something hard can often be your friend, because I often say happiness lives on the other end of hard. And think about this for a second. If you won a race, or you landed that big client, or you lost the weight, or you got that first client, whatever that is, it was probably hard, but it felt amazing when you went through it and you won and you overcame and you did it. And every time you did that, it developed your own mental toughness. It developed discipline, and it gave you the confidence to know, hey, I can handle this. I can go out there and succeed. People who avoid doing some of that hard work, they actually lose out big time. And if you're going to grow a business, you're going to want to develop some of that discipline and mental toughness. It is absolutely going to serve you well. So when you go through things, you eliminate that self-doubt. You learn how to overcome that crappy voice in your head that will talk you out of doing what you know in your heart that you need to do to succeed. So just kind of keep that in mind here. We want to go through it. Now, when we talk about our habits, this is one of the easiest ways to look and identify the action that we're taking every day. Habits are key to our results. And it could be the action we are taking, or we might be in the habit of not taking certain action. Like we're in the habit of, I never plan my day. I always skip my workouts. I never eat healthy food, right? So the habit can go either way. It can be flipped to say, I always plan my day. I never skip my workout. I always eat healthy food, right? So the habit can be working for us or against us. Again, this is not about judgment. We're not lying to ourselves. We're just going to be honest. So in column number 5, we're going to look at our current habits. Okay. So if we look at column 1 and our score, and what's going on that we don't like, I want you to ask yourself, what habit am I utilizing that's getting me that result in column number 1? So in our business, our current habits, and if your habits are good, great. If you're getting great results in something, we're going to keep that habit. But if you're not getting the results you want, we want to write down, well, what habit am I engaged in that's causing me to get that result? So this is column number 5. And for your business, what are some of your current habits there? Are you working too many hours? Do you always sacrifice a personal life? Are you unorganized? You don't prioritize? You say yes to everything? You're hiring too fast? You're not doing your processes? Whatever that is, whatever those habits are, no judgment, write them down in column number 5. Procrastinating, that could be a habit that's causing you not to have success in business. Trying to figure everything out yourself, not asking for help, that could be a habit. I never ask for help. That one is, checking the ego, getting some help there. Right, just write down what your current habits are. Avoiding your financials, hiring the wrong people, never delegating, those could all be habits. Your money. So let's go to page number 2, your money. What are some of the current habits that you have that are leading you to get the result on column 1? Maybe you always overspend, you ignore the budget, you don't have a budget, your books are messy, you're unorganized. Maybe you're in the habit of spending, you're not in the habit of saving. Saving is actually a great habit that we can develop. Maybe you're always using credit cards. Okay, so just write down your current money habits, which are contributing to the result you're getting in column 1. And then we're going to do the same thing for our health and our body. What are some of your current habits? Do you skip workouts, eat junk food? If you're allergic to certain foods, you're eating it anyway. Maybe you're sitting all day, not moving. Maybe you're in the habit of just working so many hours in the business, you're too tired to exercise. Maybe you find yourself making a lot of excuses. You're in the habit of procrastinating, making excuses. Maybe you're in the habit of watching too much TV or being on social media all the time or doing some time wasters that are causing you not to be doing some of your more healthy habits. Again, no judgment, just write down what current habits do you have that are leading you to the result you're getting in column 1. Okay, and then finally in column 6, we are getting there. This is the fun one. What habits do you need to cultivate to get that area to be a 10? All right, this is column number 6 now. So what is the new habit that you need to engage in? So maybe for your business, it's having a cutoff time, saying no, delegating more, hiring the right people, improving your processes. One of my favorite business habits is every day I do what I call an A task. An A task is a task which moves the needle on my business. And I do one every day, and it's just a habit I'm in. When I sit down to plan my day, what's my A task for today? What am I going to do to move my business forward, to work on my business, not in it? One of my favorite questions I love to ask myself is when I sit down to work, if I only have 1 hour a day to grow a 7-figure business, what am I going to do with that hour? And that really helps my thinking. And it's another great habit that we can cultivate of asking a question like that before we sit down to work in our business. All right, so what's a new habit for your business? Same thing with your money. What is a new habit that you would need to create for your business? I'm sorry, for your money to get the result you want to get it to a 10. Maybe it's creating a habit of saving, maybe spending within a budget, getting off the credit cards, having clean books, making decisions based on your financials, delegating some of this work to a financial person, working with a financial advisor, slowing down when you make financial decisions. Profit First is a tool I use in my business, which is a cash management system, one of the best that I recommend. And when you're on the habit of doing Profit First, it will change your money. It will change your money for the better. So just write down what new habits you need to cultivate for money. If you don't need any of these, it's fine. I just like to give you guys ideas and examples to get your thoughts flowing. And then finally, our health and our body. What new habits do we need to cultivate to get the result we're after? Maybe never skip a workout, making sure we're moving during the day. I drink a green smoothie every day. It's just one of my habits that I love to do. It gives my body nutrition, starts me off with the day, gives me the energy I need in my business. Maybe we need to reduce processed foods or eliminate foods that we are allergic to or have a reaction to. Okay, just write down your new habits. So great question, Kevin. For the new habits, are we worried at this moment about the how? No, we are not worried about the how. You know you need a new habit of working less, but you know have no idea how to work less and still get everything done. That is okay. But what we want to do in the vision is we want to get clear on you working less, whatever that looks like. I work 3 days a week, I work 30 hours a week, whatever that is, that's the vision. Then we start thinking thoughts in alignment with that. The thoughts of I can do this, I can work less hours, I can delegate, I can say no to things, like whatever those things are that are causing you to be working too many hours. We start to get the thinking lined up, and then we start to take the action. So if the habit is every day I'm in the habit of asking myself, how can I be more effective? For example, if you look at every hour you're working and you say, all right, I'm going to look at every hour, but I'm in the habit of asking myself, how can I be more effective with that hour? Could I delegate in that hour? Could I hire somebody to help me with something? Could I say no? Could I put a project off till later? Could I bring in software? Could I automate? When you start asking those questions, that's where the action then comes in. And slowly but surely, you will start to actually work less because you're opening up your mind to think of the solutions. And that's where the how comes from. Okay. But we've got to create a habit of every day of opening ourselves up to that possibility. So the habit is maybe every day I work 15 minutes less, I delegate a little more, that will flush itself out. But for right now, we want to focus on what habit do you need to develop to get you to the place where you are working less. Hopefully that helps you. Okay, congratulations. So now what you do is you actually have a list of daily habits that if you start to cultivate those, it's going to lead you to the right action, which will get you the results that you're after in your business and life. So a quick little recap: vision. You look in column 2, those are all your 10s. That's where you want to be. Mindset, or column 4, the things you need to think to get there. And action, the daily habits that you want to cultivate to get those results that you're after. Now, here's what we're going to do. Before we run out of time, I want you to choose 3. Because you cannot do everything that you just wrote down without getting overwhelmed or feeling burnt out. You might go strong for a couple of days. I'm speaking from experience, but then it's going to be too much. And you're just going to be like super overwhelmed and it's not going to work. And you're going to be like, Jennifer, it didn't work. Well, it will work if you choose 3. You can choose less. If you want to choose 2 or you want to choose 1, that is fine, but don't choose more than 3. And I want you to ask yourself, if I could only focus on 3 of these things on my list that would have an impact on my life and business by the end of this year, what would those 3 things be? And you're going to write those down on a clean sheet of paper. So just go and pick your top 3, and that's what you're going to be focusing on between now and the end of the year. Then you've done this work now, so it's all here. So then you can start to map out the next actions that you're going to take in your next 90 days, which will be Q1 of 2023. And then from there, you can redo this and you can go to Q2, Q3, Q4. Okay. So this will actually help you map out what are the things I need to focus on to end this year strong and to go into 2023 with a plan. When you pick your 3 things, I want you to put them into power statements. All right, power statements. I am, I have, I will. For example, I am working 3 days a week. Kevin, that one's for you, right? I am working, and fill in your own numbers of what that is. I have, if you're focused on money or clients, I have 10 clients. I have 100 clients. I have 100 grand in my business checking account. I will lose 3 pounds. I will work fewer hours. I will go get clients. Okay. So just make those 3 things into power statements, and keep in mind, these are specific, they are measurable, they are actual tangible results based on what you've already determined that you want, because we got clear on your vision, your mindset, and your action. Now, you can go through this list. And so when you pick your 3 things that you're going to work on, you can tie your 3 thoughts that you need to think, and you can tie your 3 habits that you want to start to cultivate. Don't do more than 3 or you will get yourself overwhelmed. And here's what I want you to do. I love people to write down their vision statement and read it, but often we're busy business owners, so we forget to read it. So what I want you to do is I actually want you to memorize it. Memorize those power statements, which are tied to the results that you are after before this year ends, and memorize it. And then as you go through your day, just repeat it to yourself. If you're doing boring, mundane actions, if you are washing dishes, if you are driving, if you are sitting on the train, just repeat it in your mind. I am, I will, I have, okay? It's programming your mindset. Those thoughts that you want to think, memorize them, commit them to memory, and then repeat them throughout the day as often as you can. I don't want you obsessing about it, but I definitely do want you setting your intention to think those powerful thoughts and then take decisive action with those new habits that you want to cultivate. You can use this plan that you now have created on those sheets of paper to clearly identify the things that you want to get done to finish this year strong, then make a plan for what you want to accomplish in 2023. And then you can map it out You can write it down on paper. You can put it into project management software. We use Asana for our company. You can use a Google Sheet. You can use a spreadsheet. There's a lot of ways to do this, but just write this stuff out and start to map it out and make a plan. Questions? Could you explain Profit First? Yes, Profit First is a book. It was written by Mike Michalowicz. You can get it on Amazon. He has a website. I think it's called Profit First Professionals. I am actually one of his certified coaches. I actually started Mike's Mastery Group many years ago. So I've been using Profit First in my business and with my clients' businesses for many, many years. If you are a business owner, it is a great, great tool. I highly recommend it. And if you want more information about it, because we don't have time to go into it today, definitely you can reach out to me. My direct email is jennifer@jenniferdawncoaching.com. I feel all this is happening. Great, Jenny. My business could do much better if I can improve some. Thank you so much. You are so, so welcome. You guys, you can go back through the recording. We covered a lot today, but my goal was to teach you how to do this exercise. You can go back and you can repeat it at whatever interval. If you just need clarity, if you're like, why am I not getting the result I'm after? When you start to pair the action with the result, it becomes usually for most of us very, very clear what I'm doing that's causing me not to get the result that I'm after. And I would love it if you guys would just be in the Q&A, just take 10 seconds and share with me a takeaway from today. Did something resonate with you? Did something feel really powerful? Did you get some clarity that maybe you didn't have? Did you get clarity on an action of like, whoa, I need to take a different action here? Please share it with me. I love seeing your takeaways, and I really hope that this was beneficial to you so that you can end this year super, super strong, make the most of the last of the time that you have. And I've given you a tool to set yourself up to plan an awesome 2023. You are so welcome, Marie. You are so welcome, Elisa. Great info for me and my team. Oh, thank you, Jacqueline. My podcast is called Happy Productive. Thank you so much. Love the columns. Thank you, guys. I know I love the columns too, because it's just clear and we're business owners. We need to do this stuff fast, and it just gives you instant clarity. So I love it. Thank you, everybody. I hope you loved it. Love your energy. Oh, thank you, guys. I appreciate it so much. All right, Rose, you got 2 more minutes. Do you want to just go over the last little bit?
Yes. Yeah, I have a quick question.
Yes.
So when you're making those power statements, you want to take them from those new habits, correct?
Yes. Your power statement can come from the result that you're after. So like when you're looking at your column of your 10s and you're like, what needs to make it a 10? Well, I need to work 3 days a week and that would make it a 10 for me. Or I need 10 new clients and that would make it a 10. So make those power statements and tie them to the result that you are after, and then match them with your thinking, right? Because you can memorize 3 powerful thoughts and then plan out those new daily habits that will support those results.
Great, thank you. And
you are so welcome.
Yeah, next month's webinar is going to be government contracting. It's going to be Wednesday, December 14th. And thank you all. And know that the SCORE is a group of really awesome volunteers, and we're all supported by the Federal Small Business Administration.
I think that's the last one, Rose, the SBA slide.
That's it.
Okay. Awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you for sticking with it and doing this exercise. I hope it gave you great clarity on where you need to go next. And if you guys have any other questions, you can always reach out and contact me at Jennifer@Jennifer.Coaching. That's it. We're done.
We're done. Yay.
Right on time.
Yeah, awesome.